What's up, people? Welcome to Oluhan TV. This is Mr. Black, the African journalist. I'm here to give you details. I'm here to give you guys details based on what happened in Ozoro, in Delta State, based on Ozoro festivals. The victims that was allegedly involved now come out and speak to Nigerians. Both Nigerians and people in diaspora speak about this Ozoro festival. Even the victims that are involved also come out and also give their own views, their own side of this story. I want you guys to share, like, and subscribe. This is the Olohan TV. Now, watch the details, what people say, both the victims and people in Ghana, Africa, countries, and in diaspora, in Western world, what they say about this Ozoro. I'll be right back. Remember, this is still Mr. Black, the African journalist. Subscribe, like, and share. This is Olohan TV. Peace out.
Since we are talking about festival and tradition in Delta State that allow the men to physically and sexually dehumanize the women without accountability, without any form of law, let us talk about Okere Juju Festival. A particular tradition for Okere Juju Festival when they call Bema. 13 years ago, I and my friend were me, we go buy goat leg for Okere Juju Festival for Warri. Well, all of a sudden, I don't know the group of boys, one just come, oh me, and start to bang me from nowhere. Person I know me. For more than 1 minute, I dey shout, I dey yell, I dey scream. Everybody just dey move like normal, everywhere around. After the boy finish what he want to finish, me and the friend laugh, they were cargo. I don't know them because it was like 7 o'clock. I just vex, carry my bag, take bike, I go out. Later, my friend come and she was like, why you dey vex now? But say, you know, so it, I say, my normal thing, and your first time when you go there, that's why you don't know, say, now what you do for them. And normal thing, I say, oh, mind you, 5 years later, I go that same festival with some group of guys. It no happen to me because of the people I follow and where we see that. It no happen to me. Meaning say now only group of guests when they were catching and they do such thing too. So as we are calling Delta State government to look into what is happening in Ozoro, we are also calling Delta State government to look into that festival in Warri Okere Juju. We're also calling on our father Ogiana to Ashedi to look into that tradition of Okere Juju when they call Bema. Is a dehumanization and an assault to women. It has been going on for years. Countless years. It should be abolished. Need a ban now. As they ban this one for Zoro, the regulator, whatever it is.
These people, they rushed me, started putting their hand in my body. Like, fine, you know, when up to 7 people started touching my breast, my everywhere of my body. That day I was wearing a white and a black. I can never forget. They stained my white shirt in Warri, Jakpa Road. That was when this thing happened. So I don't think this festival something only ends in Ozoro. There are still some places that still do this rubbish culture in that Delta States around that side. Do you understand? I'm me seeing this right now. Remember when I was when I was like in GS3, GS2 thereabout though. Till now, do you know how many years ago? Until now, they are still doing tradition, one stupid tradition of like how is it? Till now, are you insane? And I'm like, I've been trying to digest this whole thing because this thing it just took me back to the memory lane of how it happened. How that day I was scared to my bone, I was shaking. My friends, like, my friends, because some of my friends were guys, they started like rushing them. People that were around the place that were in the store, they like rushed them and like, no, come for here, like you get. They stained my shirt. I remember when my mom came back, I told her, like my neighbors today, told her. And she prayed for me, anointed my head. But I'm a Catholic, I used to wear scapular. That time when I was still small, they cut my scapular. I remember all these things. And I'm happy that I'm hearing that now they've stopped it and they've arrested people and boys that are involved in it. Because look at the excitement in these people's eyes. Look at the excitement in their eyes to just sit down, rush a girl, harass her, rape her. Like, are you people okay? And people's defense. People are saying that people announced it, so people are not supposed to be outside. But now, what's that? It needs to stop. It needs to honestly stop. I know how I felt when it happened to me. I know the fear. I couldn't go to summer lesson the next day. I did not go because I was scared. That night itself, I was still shaking. It's not a nice experience. Seeing that girl crying and shouting, let me stand for here. I was lucky that I was not raped. It was see they harassed me. It needs to stop.
Even this thing happen for my family because if you come our house, all all my papa's children getting yash, all he gets, because maybe mostly girls will be like 4 girls. All of us getting yash for inside my papa's 4 or 5, so it'll be 5 girls. All of us like this. So people like that say, "Don't they ask my other sister?" That's how my sister will be there. Don't they ask my other sisters out? When we say they don't, they give their face like this. They don't already time them. Time they say, "Do you this a festival?" They say they go come vandalize them. To come drag my other sister. They forget my papa like popo. My papa na retire army like this. And they drag her, they go in. My father just enter. We never even see my papa get gone before. My father just enter and say, "Picky people come outside." He put them. That was say, you don't even touch anybody. Say they don't know time they leave and they run. You won't mess with You won't mess with my papa. This thing is diabolic. Like, you don't get what the government want to pass say they will just stand by because they cannot cancel that tradition. They know if you cancel the festival. Now only secure, and they don't even know when this thing wants to happen because they do this thing like once in 50 years, once in 30 years. This Ozoro when they raise one since they born me so at the first time. When they do be that my town, my mama, okay, as my mother old you, so my mama said she don't weekends only twice. When she did gay, that time when she did gay, when she never marry, and now when they draw, when they tell you, when I tell you, say they shuku road. Inside my pastor picky bekus. If you say the thing about juice, the worst part of this thing, they never post up. The main people when they do this evil like Koro they do. If you say that they outside, if you say that they streets, they follow those guys to change their place. They know the main people when they say they don't plan the evil. They know they own phone. They know phone. They didn't say I call all those guys, all those small. You want to say that they so small. You want to say they don't want to be for them. Now then they eye. They are not the eye there like this. As they catch them like this, they will carry them inside coral. This thing is evil. As they told you, this thing is evil. It's evil. Oh my, I beg.
Did y'all hear about a grape festival called Ozoro that's happening right now in Nigeria? That's literally a cultural practice that has been going on for years, for 7 days straight. A graping festival in a Delta state in Nigeria in a college town. I've been seeing videos of this on my timeline, and this really is very disturbing. The only reason why this has become a thing is because some messages on WhatsApp got leaked, according to what I've seen. And this, I don't even know what to say. Like, graping happens all over the globe. In instances, men have even been falsely accused. But in this, I don't even know what to say. I'm just going to let y'all... There's no way that anyone can say that this is not happening. That's why I said there has been some instances where men have been falsely accused of things, because especially in Black America, you know, we've dealt with the pale-faced women that have been... There's no way to deny this. It's on camera. That was my point for mentioning that. It is on camera. Y'all can't say, oh, we're misconstruing and we don't understand the culture and the traditions. This is deplorable and demonic. Where women they know that they have to stay locked up in the house for 7 days and 7 nights. I'm going to let an African woman explain it more than I can. But we need to continue to spread awareness about this, because I don't know who is organizing. Hold up.
Update on the graping festival going on in Nigeria and questions. 1, where is it happening? It's happening in a state called Delta State in Nigeria, in a community called Ozoro community. 2, who organized this? It actually is a cultural and traditional thing. So it has been going on for years, and the women have accepted it, and they know that every year for 7 days they have a graping festival, and they have to hide, lock themselves up in their houses. 3, that place is a college town. So they have a university in that state, and people who go there from different parts of the country and don't know about this, they fall victims to these things. 4, it has actually been hidden and kept as a secret, and was not supposed to blow up like this until there were leaked messages from WhatsApp, and then people put it on Twitter, and then I said I had to spread awareness on TikTok. 5, the only thing that has been done right now is they arrested 4 people that were apparently the organizers of this. That's the community leaders, and the only reason why it is getting any kind of attention is because people are talking about it.
If not, nobody will get arrested. None of the men who perpetrated these things have been arrested.
So in today's modern world, in this generation, there is still a country hosting grape festival. And when I saw the video, they were so excited, dragging women from their houses on the streets, dragging them on the floor, and the whole thing looks like they've won a lottery. In today's modern world, in Nigeria, and you also have mouth to talk. God forbid. You people keep thinking backwards. See, with the level of Ghanaians, you people are not even supposed to breathe when we are having a discussion. You don't even have the right to talk about Ghanaians or mention Ghanaians, or stand anywhere at all and breathe or mention Ghanaians. You people are so celebrating a whole festival, encouraging people to grab women anywhere, anyhow, and just grape them. Like, seriously? Oh my God, it's so disgusting. Nigeria,
like in 2026, you mean to tell me that there is a community in Nigeria where they have a festival where for 7 days they'll just be graping women that walk on the streets? I was entirely livid from watching the video of women being raped on the streets in Ozoro town. Like, what do you mean that the leaders, the governors, the king's people, the people that make the rules and regulations have no control over this? Allowing young women with vibrant futures to be raped by men. And in one of the videos, I saw children on the streets as well. Like, what are we teaching the people of the society? And then you wonder why nothing is progressing in this country. Yes, nothing will progress because you guys are bringing curses upon yourselves. Like, what do you mean all these horrible things are being done? All these abominable acts are being carried out in the communities. And people don't say anything about it. I really hope something is done. Please, I call on the relevant...
So my brother literally just called somebody in Delta State and... Oh, Jesus Christ, please help me. And they told him that there were some victims, a guy and a girl, like obviously boyfriend and girlfriend, walking together. And the guy, they dragged the girl from the guy. They raped the girl in front of her boyfriend, and the boyfriend was fighting, and they beat up the boyfriend and raped the boyfriend as well. The fact that these guys that we're talking about, they are the same guys that are flexing with Yahoo money in Delta State, in Ozoro. These are the same boys. Like literally that video that they were dancing and flexing, I know about 3 of them in that video. I know 3 of them in that video. The one holding the camera, I know him too well. These are Yahoo boys that are moving in money in Ozoro, building houses and driving big cars. And they still have time to do this festival. They still have time to do this nonsense. The fact that you rape somebody's girlfriend, you beat him and then you rape him as well. And then some of you feign ignorance when it comes to homosexuality. Ah, Jesus Christ, my head.
Many of you almost blocked me because you thought I was blaming the women of Ozoro. I wasn't. Let me clarify. Before the festival even started, warnings circulated through community channels, through WhatsApp. Not to the women necessarily, but through the community's own infrastructure. The point isn't that every woman received the warning. The point is that the people that were running the festival knew how dangerous it was, and the solution wasn't to stop it, was to make the women disappear. That is a choice, a deliberate, organized, institutional choice. So when I say the system is working, I'm not saying that women knew and they stayed silent. What I'm saying is the people in charge had a management strategy, and the strategy is for women to be absent. Make yourself small, make yourself invisible. And if this happens to you, you should have stayed inside. And that is not cultural tradition, that is a protection racket. 5 people have been arrested, the government has condemned this, and I am glad. But I need you to notice something. The condemnation only happened after it went viral on TikTok, after this became embarrassing internationally. The question isn't why did this happen, it's that how many years has this gone on for and nobody had to answer for it? How many women have had to rearrange their lives for a festival that had no place existing? And how many times did this management strategy work because the women have complied because they had no other choice? Gender-based violence isn't always loud. Sometimes it's an institution that knows exactly what it's doing by building the silence from the start.
Raping and molesting women is not part of any Nigerian culture or tradition. Let me just put that out there. It is not part of any of our cultures or traditions in Nigeria. Nonetheless, that is exactly what is happening in the Ozoro community in Delta State right now. There is a culture of going out and, you understand, attached to the Ozoro festival, which was not the original intention. The men of today, or the men of how many years ago, have suddenly decided they want to be going out and raping and assaulting and molesting women in the name of some absurd part of culture. This is not part of our culture. But as I said, nonetheless, it is still happening and we need to be made aware about it. I don't know why I'm not seeing more Nigerian male content creators speaking about this. Usually, when women complain that men are, do you guys come and not all men? Yet when something like this happens, the men don't take a firm position to condemn the other men and set themselves aside, say, this is not what we are doing. I'm not seeing any guys talking about this. Do you understand? To the women who have, I apologize, and I'm sincerely sorry to any woman who's experienced anything like this. Please try your best to hold those responsible accountable. Another thing we suffer in Nigeria is that people don't do what they're supposed to do when things like this happen. When something like this happens, it's terrible. But if you are a woman who's been through this, or you know a woman who's been through this, try your best to push and hold everybody accountable. Push it to the highest level. I've just seen a video of the OV of Delta, the king of Delta, seriously lamenting and condemning those in his court about the situation that is happening, saying that many people have been trying to get in contact with him to understand what is happening in his community, and understandably all eyes are on him because of what is happening. Do you understand? We are all, I'm not in Nigeria, but I've heard about this. Somebody messaged me, somebody commented on one of my videos saying you need to talk about this, so I'm talking about this. Please try and raise awareness if you can, because the situation on ground right now is very dire for women in Nigeria. Do you understand? And this is a culture that we need to change. Ozoro or no Ozoro, there is a culture of violence and just reprehensible behavior towards women in Africa that we need to change. South Africa had their own movement going on last year. The purple picture is still very much a thing. We need to end violence against women in Nigeria. We need to end violence against women in Africa. Do you understand?
I never heard about this before in my life. Like, what the hell is a festival having to do with women? I just saw some of the videos and I'm like, what the hell? And what hurts is that I know that real justice will not be because our law system is so terrible, it's so horrible. How much they will bribe each other now, the people will be out, and there is just never real justice. And as evil as jungle justice sounds, as evil as burning people alive sounds, I'm always so pro jungle justice, because I just know that the lawlessness in Nigeria never actually allows criminals to get what they deserve. Like, what manner of tradition tells women to lock themselves and the consequences is rape? What the hell? It's just tiring to be a Nigerian. It's just so tiring.
I'm very sad this morning as a woman, because some of the things we still face in this 21st century is so hard to believe. When we speak about the injustice women face, too often people dismiss us as being bitter or overreacting. But how can we stay silent in this harsh reality? Imagine a town like Ozoro in Delta State, Nigeria, where a supposed 7-day festival forces women to remain indoors for their own safety because stepping outside exposes them to harassment and abuse. How? Harassment and abuse if they step out. That is not culture. That is not tradition. That is failure. That is indeed failure. Any environment where a woman must hide to avoid being violated reflects a breakdown of leadership, morality, and basic human decency. A society that cannot protect its women has failed them. The question we keep asking is it a crime to be a woman? Is it a crime to be a woman? Why should girls live in fear simply for existing? How? Why should we live in fear for existing? Reports of girls that have been assaulted during this festival are not just stories. They are painful reminders that we still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. That is not celebration. That is not a custom. And no excuse should ever come before a woman's safety. No excuse should ever come before a woman's safety, a dignity, and even the right to live freely. This is not about being bitter. It is about demanding better. How? If you've not come across any of the Ozoro videos, I pray as a woman you don't come across those videos, because your entire day is going to be ruined. I'm telling you. Justice for all those women that were assaulted during that barbaric festival.